What's going on, guys? It's your boy Crowshoof from the Crowshoof Games channel here, and today I'm here with 2Cast14 or Tavo. What's going on, man?
Nothing.
So,
Just gonna play some knocked.
so basically,
Do
I'm just having
this.
here. I'm having him with me here while he also is hearing this for the first time. I'm gonna be telling a story about when my friend Jimmy John came over to my house, and I'm just gonna be telling
Jimmy
the
John.
story. Yeah, that's a code name. Alright. How the story takes place is that it was just a typical Friday, and I was just chilling in my room. I just got done playing with Tavo. That's just after I got done with the video yesterday. And I got a comment on
Mm,
one of my YouTube videos from my friend Jimmy John. And keep in mind, I haven't seen him in literally like 3 years, since I was in fifth
that's crazy.
grade. Yeah, like fifth grade or something. And
Yeah.
he said, oh, you should make this type of video, which we might make later. And I was like, John, is that you? You gotta give me your phone number. So he gave me his phone number, and I called that shit like immediately, and he picked up, and his voice was all deeper than I remembered. It was hilarious. And
Right.
cause now
That's
we're
what
both in high
happens.
school. Now we're both in high school. Um, and like, and that question just came in my head. I was like, yo, can you come over today, spend the night? And he was like, let me check. And it was like, yes. And I asked my dad, I was like, yo, can you spend the night? My dad said yes. So the night was afoot. So I get his address, we go over there, we pick him up, and we're driving back home, sipping on the lean. Cause I still had some left, so
Nice.
we were just like sipping on a little bit
Nice.
of lean. Um, and we came back to the house, and we were just like chilling for a little bit. I think I gave him like a bowl or something of some bud, and I was smoking a cigarette since
That's cool.
I got some personal problems that are making it so I can't smoke weed right now. Um,
Mm.
so, and then night comes, so we're grilling pork chops on the grill, right? And
Oh, that's good.
we tell dad, we're like, hey, we're gonna go walk around. So we take a one hitter
Walk
with
around.
yeah, we take a one hitter with us, and I'm smoking a cigarette, he's smoking the one hitter, and we're just walking around the apartment complex, and a idea comes in my head. I was like, yo, I know of an abandoned car that we can just like sit in and smoke weed in, you know? And he was like, oh heck
That's
yeah,
cool.
let's do that. And
Cool little chill spot.
so we walk to the abandoned car, and we're just chilling. We open up the doors, it's unlocked as usual, no alarms go off, it's all chill. And then we come in, we're smoking weed inside, we shut our doors. I shut my door, and he comes in, and I hear his door like shut just a little bit, like just one click, so it wasn't fully shut. And so we're smoking weed in the car, right? And then so we get done with
Yeah.
both of our shit. I get done with the cigarette, he gets done with the one hitter, and I try to open the door, and it doesn't open.
Wait, what?
And dude, and he tries his door, and it doesn't open. And
That's crazy.
I'm like, dude, um, because the doors are unlocked. Like I checked it, I was like, did this car need power to unlock the doors? But I was like, how can you get in, but you can't get out? And we're like bashing our arms into the
Dude.
doors, dude. Like
Dude.
dad thought we were coming back like soon too. So we're like, dude, what happens if he like calls the police? We got weed in the car, like,
Damn, bro.
and
That's crazy.
so so we're just like hitting the back seat, and in my mind, I was just thinking in my head, I was like, all right, man, what can we do? Like, what can I use to break open this window? Cause I'm getting the fuck out this car, you know?
Right.
And like, so we just keep kicking the door, dude. Nothing's budging. All the windows are up. It's hot as fuck. We're like, oh shit, dude. Like this car is locked. We cannot get out. And
Yeah.
like
That's
we
crazy.
are freaking out, man.
I
So
would
he
be
so he
too. I
said,
would be all like
and think about it.
claustrophobic and stuff.
Like this was like 8 o'clock at night, so it was dark, man. Like no one was coming out like for a long time. And plus the car was in like one of the back ways of my apartment, so like good luck trying to have someone see you. And we didn't have
Right.
flashlights, so we couldn't look around the car. Like
Wow.
And he says,
That
"All right, let's switch."
sucks.
He's like, "Let's switch seats." So I hop in the back and I'm immediately like searching around in the back seat looking for. And I actually thought I grabbed like a hammer or something. I think it was actually like a banana. Yeah, it's a great. And that's a
What?
great tool to open up to break a window with, right? Some banana.
Oh,
So
I could see you doing that.
and like I tried the back door behind John, Jimmy John's, and like, bruh, it doesn't open. Like the doors are locked, man. And it's
Oh my
weird too, cause like
god.
they're unlocked, but they're locked. It's and we're freaking out and everything, and like I'm just searching around the back. There's nothing. I had a toker poker with me that like has a blunt end to pack bowls with. And I was thinking in my head, oh, like maybe I can use that to break the door. But keep in mind, like a lot of car windows, they need like a sharp point to break windows, you know?
Yeah, you need like a wrench or something
Yeah.
like that.
So this was like just a flat piece of metal. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to break the window with it. And like we finally get to the back, and the back door opens, dude. And we got out of the car so fast. Like he was in the passenger seat and he got out the back of the car in like 3 seconds. We were out of that car. And we were shaking.
Dang.
We were like, bruh, like we almost
Right?
got
You're like
lost.
I just.
We're like we almost
Uh,
like either suffocated, got the cops called on us. Like a number of things could have happened. Uh,
right?
so so we go back home like shaking as fuck. And we put the pork chops on the grill, and we get on
Nice.
with the rest of that night. But for a second we were like, holy shit, man, we almost got locked in the abandoned car, because that car's been there for a long time without anybody checking out. so
Really?
so then the night goes by and we had a plan. We were like, yo, at 11:50 I'm gonna wake up, I'll wake you up, and we're gonna go outside and just walk around and smoke and do whatever, you know. So
Yeah.
like we waited a little bit until like 10 or so, and we went to bed and I set the alarm, and then it woke me up at 11:55 and I went back to sleep, but I had the snooze on, and the snooze kept waking me up every 8 minutes. So it was like I woke up at 11:50, I woke up at like 12:08. Like I just kept waking up until it was like finally 12:25 when I was like, all right, I have to get up. And I told John kick him with my foot, and I'm like, hey, get up, man. And he's like, I'm too tired, I don't want to get up.
Right.
And like, I just tell him, I was like, yo, I'll give you 5 minutes, because then it would be like 12:30. So I gave him 5 minutes, and while that happens, we actually had a plan. We were like, yo, we're gonna go to Wendy's, and but how are we gonna play for this? So we decided is that we'd take Yvette's card and just like spend $10 on it. Cause like, keep in mind, I spent $30 on the PlayStation Store. That's how I actually got this map. I spent $30 on the card, and she didn't even notice. I was like, what's $10, right? So I exited the room and her door was open. I was like, damn, is she like monitoring the hallway? And then like, I peeked inside her room and I realized she was downstairs. And I was like, fuck, how are we gonna get outside if she's sitting downstairs? You know? So
Yeah.
but I used this opportunity to go in her room and take her card. And I get back to my room, and John is like, I wake him up, I'm like, bruh, she's downstairs, we're not gonna be able to go yet. And he's like, alright, just wake me up when she gets upstairs then. And I think it was literally only like 5 minutes at the most before he woke up. Or it was like 5 minutes
Damn.
before she came up, and I was like, alright, John, she's in her room now. I checked outside, her door was shut, and I was like, alright, everyone's asleep now. So we creeped downstairs, and I grabbed a backpack, and what we did was that I grabbed the jar of bud that I've been saving for a while, which had some dabs in it too, which he said he's never taken a dab before. So I
I've seen them.
I
I've seen the jar.
took the whole jar and I just put it in the backpack with a water bottle bong, but it's like the little one my dad has.
Hmm.
And so we filled the backpack up with that, and then the other backpack, I carried the bag with the paraphernalia in it, and he carried the bag with like waters
All
and a
the
bag of Doritos.
munchies.
Yeah. We got like 6 waters, one to drink and then some to pour in the bong if we couldn't find any water sources. So we do all that and we put all in the bags and we're just about to leave and he's like, bro, I left the bedroom door open. I'm like, oh shit, alright, I'm gonna go close it then. So I walk upstairs
Yeah.
and I close the bedroom door, but before I do, I grabbed a pack of cigarettes. I had like 4 or so in there and I put that in the
Hmm.
bag because I was planning to be out there for a while, so I was just gonna like smoke on it very slowly. And so I put that in the bag, and we started to leave the house, and I was like, "Yo, do you know what time it is?" He's like, "Yeah, but my phone's on 12%. I think we'll be able to make it." And I was like, "12%? I don't know." So, I-
Dude,
so I went, so,
12%.
so I went back in the house and I grabbed my watch and locked up the doors and and then we just left, you know, and then we went back out, we went outside, and we were walking towards Campbell, towards the
Mm.
Wendy's and shit, and we were thinking like, should
Yeah.
we go to Wendy's and then smoke, or should we smoke and then go to Wendy's? Which was a clear answer: smoke and then go to Wendy's. I mean, come on.
Right, right.
So we're walking down Prince past Campbell, like into some dark neighborhoods, man. And with, we find this parking lot with like no cars in it, and like we thought it was a school. And he was like, bro, if we get caught smoking in a school zone, that's major, you know.
Yeah, it is major.
And so you know, we went into this lot and it was like a black van, dude. He didn't have no license plate. All the windows were blacked out. We were freaking out about this van. I'm like, yo, if you see any movement at all, you see that van move an inch. I don't care if it's like a freaking rat that's in there that moved it. We're out. Yeah. But luckily we
Right.
didn't see it actually move. And what we did was that we were walking around trying to identify what this place was to see if it was a school. And I was reading the parking spaces, and one of the spaces said, pastors only. It was a freaking church, man. It was a church
Wow.
parking lot, and
So
we
you
were
were at a
like,
church.
nah, nah, nah. We're not smoking the devil's lettuce on God's holy ground. um, so we left the church and we were walking back up the road, and we just found this, either I can't put my finger on it. It was either in like an apartment building or it was like just like businesses, like a business lot or an apartment building. And we went in there
Um,
and like there was some lights, so we were kind of concerned. We're like, we don't want to be spotted. But then we found one bench that wasn't illuminated by a light. We're like, all right, this is the bench. So we sat at the bench. I pulled out the bong. We filled it with some water, and I started packing some bowls. But dude, the Toker Poker is amazing. That's the first time I've used it for bud, and like, dude, shit can pack.
it
Cause
works.
you pack it down with that blunt side that I was talking about with smashing the window open with. Like you pack it down with that, and it's nice, you know. Like it's all
Hmm.
packed down and everything. And then so I gave him the hits, you know. He's pretty new. I mean, but he didn't cough into the bong. Like he was doing that at first, but like I told him not to, and he was improving, you know. So you know, he gets done, and again, like the Toker Poker comes in handy again. You know, you take out the paper clip side and just scrape out the rest of the bowl, and then fill another bowl. I packed him like 3 bowls, right? And then he was like, yo, I want to take a dab. So I bring open the
Oh
jar.
shit.
And what was funny was we actually couldn't get the jar open. Dude,
Wow.
I was thinking in my head, I was like, wouldn't this be the most comical thing ever? We have like the most weed in our life, and we can't get it open. You're like, wouldn't that just be the
That's
funniest shit?
sad.
It'd just be the funniest shit,
Yeah.
though. But we finally got it open with some manly strength, you know. Uh, and I took out the dabs and I squeaked out a little bit because I know he's a lightweight. I literally probably did like a BB size portion, you know. And
Uh,
I stuck it to the greens, and the greens pulled out of the bowl onto the dab. And I
mm,
thought the dab would stick to the greens. No, the greens stuck to the dab. You know.
wow.
So I had to use my
Yeah.
fingers. It got a little sticky, but like I had to use my fingers to finesse that shit in place. And then Jonathan, Jimmy John, Jonathan Jimmy John, he uh, he went off on it, man. He took the dab on the greens and coughing like a motherfucker, boy. And just like, yeah, again, he like, I think what happens is that if you expect to get really high, sometimes the high isn't as big as you think it will be, you know? Like,
Yeah.
cause he's like, when is this shit gonna hit me, man? And I was like, it probably already has, but you just think it's gonna be more. And like, I
Right.
was right, bro. I pulled out a cigarette and I started smoking on that. And he's like, bro, I'm moving at an angle. And no joke, he was like leaning back without controlling it.
Wow.
He's like, and he was like drinking water. I was like, yup, you probably got the hot nail, you know? That's what happens when you take dabs. Like, you really want some water for your throat. Plus, he's new. Like, when you're
Yeah.
new, like, you want that water. So, you know, we're just drinking water. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, alright, man, like, you're pretty fucking stoned right now. I was mean, bro. I gave him a dab, and then I packed another bowl for him. Like,
Dang.
it's good there was like greens sitting on the table. I didn't want to waste it. So I just packed another bowl, and I knew
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna smoke it since I couldn't, you know. But
Yeah.
so so we went in, and I packed the bong away. I poured the just in case I poured the bong water in back inside the water bottle, and then poured the wrapper off the water bottle just in case, you know, we didn't mistake the bong water for drinking water. That would have been gross.
Right.
So and then we were just thinking, we were gonna stay out longer, but like, I don't know. We were just thinking in our heads, we were all like, yo, we don't really want to. We don't want to stay out here. We're gonna go home. You know, we're gonna get some Wendy's, and then we're gonna go home. You know, 'cause I thought Wendy's always had the 24-hour thing in their window, right? Like, Wendy's
Drive
always.
through.
Nah, dude, there was no one in the building.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, are these people like leaving work early? Like,
Alright.
I bet that's like a rule. Like, if no one shows up in like a couple hours, they probably just like go home.
Maybe.
So, like,
Or they're just in the
how
back.
did he get behind me? Did you open upstairs?
No?
How did he get behind me? I think he got from the window, but I didn't have any perks anyway. So we start walking home, and like I was tripping him out. I was like, Jimmy Johns. If people can go future, can they also go past?
Sure.
And you know, we were just fucking around. We went to the Safeway parking lot, and so the Wendy's was closed, but we knew there was you know, a Starbucks. So we're like, yo, we're gonna get some coffee, you know? We're just like, yo, let's get some
Right.
coffee. And so we went over to Starbucks, and the Safeway wasn't open. Like, so there was literally no places
Wow.
open. We couldn't get Starbucks, we couldn't get Wendy's, and
You should have went to Walmart.
there was no Walmart near me.
Whatever.
Cause we didn't go to the one on Fort Lowell.
Yeah.
But like, so we went to, when we saw that a gas station, a Shell, was open. So we decided to walk to the Shell, and we went into the Shell, and like, the cashier was a cool guy, dude. He didn't ask us to take off our backpacks or anything, you know. He was just like, hey,
That's
how you guys doing? And we went over to the donuts, and cause that's all. Like, we would have gotten some food, but they had donuts, so we got some donuts. We got like extra long donuts. Didn't just get like the circle donuts. We got the long donuts.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Good ones.
Then we went over. Then we went over to the refrigeration aisle, and they had some Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee in the refrigeration.
What?
Yup. And he decided to get some Monster. I was like, yeah, fuck that. I'm getting some fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
Coffee. Yeah, right.
So we get that and we go up to the cashier, and like John, no, Jimmy John is not speaking this entire time. He's just really stoned, so he's just like walking with me, just like being there, and like entering the pin, all that type stuff.
Nice.
And then we take our food and we go home. We just go home, and we open the door. We sit on the couch and we just sit on the couch, eat our donuts, and drink our coffee. You know what the Dunkin' Donut coffee said coffee flavored coffee. It, like tripping me out.
Coffee flavored coffee.
Oh, so we were just downstairs, and luckily Family Guy was on, dude. That was nice. So I think we were downstairs for maybe like 20 to 30 minutes, and then I started hearing creaking upstairs. I was like, oh, dude, I think that's Dad. And like I knew that he might come down. I literally told Don, I was like, dude, if Dad comes down and he tells us to come upstairs, like we're just gonna go upstairs and go to sleep. Fuck it, yeah. I didn't care.
Yeah.
So we went in there, and I started hearing creaking upstairs. So I put away the cigarettes. I put away the cigarettes. I put away the Doritos. I unpacked the backpack, put away the bong, all that stuff. And then I heard Dad from on top of the stairs go, Zach. And I checked upstairs, and he was right there. And he's like, get upstairs now. And I was like, okay. So I told John, I was like, all right, let's go, man. And it's a good thing John actually. Sorry if you're watching this, Jimmy John. I didn't tell you this at the time, but Dad was naked. So, good thing you didn't see any of that. It's a good thing you didn't see any of that.
Right?
So we get upstairs, and Jimmy John's was like, yo, I want to go to sleep, but I don't want to wake this high. It's like the same thing you say, Tavo. You're like, I don't want to.
I know, dude. I feel you, Jimmy John. I feel you.
And I was like, all right, you know what? I'll let you, just stay awake for 30 minutes, enjoy the rest of this high. You may still be a little bit high, but just you just go to sleep. That's fine. Have some good dreams. And he was just like, all right, thanks, man. So like 30 minutes go by, we're watching Family Guy, and I told him, I was like, yo, you can go to sleep, man. He's like, thanks. So he goes to sleep, and I'm wide awake. Like I drink this coffee. He drank the Monster. I drank the coffee. So I was like wide awake. I couldn't go to sleep. What'd I get? Ooh. So yeah, I was wide awake. I was trying to watch some TV, but then I was like, you know what? I haven't watched YouTube all day. I should probably catch up on my subscriptions. And I was just like,
Right.
I was like, alright. So I went downstairs, I grabbed my laptop, came back upstairs, and I was just watching YouTube, watching some Loaded Up, watching some Yo Dabba Dabba, watching some...
You know it.
Just, like, all of the above, man, just everything. Oh, there are only one Liquid Diviniums now? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So, I was just watching YouTube, and, like, I swear, man, like, every single time I wanted to go to sleep, I would just lay there, and I couldn't go to sleep, man. I was just too awake with the coffee to go to sleep. So I just literally just stayed up until like 5. No, I didn't suck. It was alright. So I just stayed up till like 5:30 until I finally was like, alright, I'm going to sleep. And I just laid there till I started. What I did was I had the Cleveland show on in the background. And every commercial, I would just like shut my eyes and lay down, and then eventually I just fell asleep. And
yeah, you just passed out.
But I kept waking up John because I didn't have any earbuds. Like my earbuds just broke, so I didn't have any. So I was just playing the music just out of the computer. And I remember one time it was maybe like 3 or 4. He woke up. He's like, "Bro, shut the fuck up." I was just like, are you talking to me?
Talking to me?
Yeah, and that was basically just the night, man. We woke up, and then we went shopping, and then we came home, and his mom picked him up, and now it's just me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know Tavo did. You know, he's reacting to this whole
Yeah.
thing. And Jimmy Johns, if you're watching this, leave a comment down below. Everyone like Jimmy John's comment. And yeah, it's been Crowshoof, guys. Peace.